so that way we can repost it online on our socials and on our YouTube channel. So that way more people can go back to the recording and learn more from him. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here. So we got Donnie, John Smith, Miracle, Jakey, Aldwin. Thank you, Pickles, Aki. All of these guys, thank you so much. I know that you guys are in here to really, spend some time with us and learn from CryptoAddict. I think we will be getting a lot from him in terms of what to post. Certainly I am, since I also try my best to create content for Cryptopia, but it's not gaining a lot of traction. Maybe I'm not as handsome as CryptoAddict is, so maybe that's the issue. But nonetheless, I'll go ahead and try to listen in. Black Pearl, thank you so much for being here. All right, so we're slowly gathering more people. Ramin, Aldwin, thank you so much for being here. Again, guys, if you have any friends who would benefit greatly from this session, please try your best to invite them so that way we can make this a great session for everybody. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
So what's your favorite shoe right now from your collection?
I just bought a new Jordan from here.
Oh,
But
nice one.
currently I don't know kasi ano eh. Ang hirap kasi magsuot ng sapatos sa Pinas. Ang bilis madumihan.
Totoo yan.
So like ayoko masyadong mag-explore. Pero anyway, yeah, I think we can start for those people who's going to watch this workshop as well, and also for the one that's listening. I'll make it straight to the point. I don't want to bore you guys with some slides or anything. So I'm just gonna go straight to the point. I'm gonna make it like fast and also easier for everyone to understand. And yeah, okay. So in terms of content creation, right? I do think that there's two things that people should always mind, especially if they want to make a content, right? So there's only two types of content creator that is going to succeed, whether you are in Web3 or Web2. So first one is that, are you entertainment based content creator, or are you an educational based content creator? So because people will always look for those two types, like, are you for entertainment? That's why in terms of Axie Infinity Hive before, there's a lot of people who's watching videos about players who's playing, like top players, right? And then there's another content creator like me and other people who are educating people in terms of Web3, what's MetaMask, what's wallet address, right? So I do think that not just in Web3, but most of the people, I mean, if you really want to start your content creation, you can just focus on any of those two. If you focus on other stuff, I think it's gonna be much more harder for you, right? So you either choose educational or what do you call that? Um, Educational or entertainment. So in terms of making a contents about that one, of course, it's also important that you find or search for your competitors, right? And because what works for them might also works for you. But also think that when you're searching for competitors, right, you do not aim to have the same persona with them, right? So you can just learn from how they are doing their content, and like, because you will see that if people actually want this content, right, this kind of video will actually pop off. But if it didn't really pop off, then I think people doesn't like it, right? That's why there's a lot of contents for what do you call that, yung mga namamalimos, yung mga, yung may tawag sila dun eh, poverty porn, right? Ang dami nagpa-poverty point content kasi gustong-gusto ng tao yun, right? Ang dami nagko-content na kumbaga updated lang sa news, and syempre gusto ng tao yung pagiging chika, 'di ba? Marites niya tinatawag, right? So, that's another type of content that you can do. And then there's also another people like Rendon na siya gumagawa ng mismong algorithm niya, wherein talagang I would say inaaway niya or china-challenge niya, right? So, siya talaga nagsister out. So, there's a lot of things that you can probably do. That's some of the things that you can do. But in terms of Web3, you can either focus on entertainment or education, and also in giveaways, right? So, in terms of making a content on education, you can focus more into specific niche, right? So, are you on GameFi? Are you or on NFT? Are you on um, NFT GameFi? Are you on more of like trading? So you need to find your expertise on this one, because people will get known you for doing this specific kind of stuff, right? That's why in Axie before, there's Kuku, there's a lot of content creators, and they've been milking so much money on this one, because not just they're making money before on the game itself, but also they are gaining a lot of views, because people are interested on how to actually play this team, how to play this comp, I would say. So like that's why these people always like stand up from other people. And in terms of educational based content, again, like let's say for trading, right? The good thing is, if you continue to make a content every single day, and you apply the things that you need to apply, which I will be explaining later on, I think you will find yourself like you just wake up and there's one video that's like just gonna go viral out of nowhere, and I was like, what the fuck? It's 1 million views already, right? But like you didn't know what happened on that one. So like content creation is a matter of I would say I call this like a marathon, not a sprint. Because in terms of content creation, you need to find out a lot of things, right? You need to test out a lot of things. You gotta test out which one actually likes the uh, audience likes. You need to check as well which one doesn't like, right? So you gotta stop from making a content from the people don't like. You will see it on the views, right? You will also see it on the views. So what other people are doing is that when they see that this content is popping off, they're making a follow-up content. They can constantly making a good content out of it until it didn't work out for them, right? So for those people, right, that's just starting in content creation. When you quit, you just wasted your time, right? So for me, my idea is that if you can do a content, you should do, let's say, one one video a day, or if you cannot make a video a day, you can make, let's say, one video every 2 days, right? So you need to build the discipline, you need to build the consistency regarding making content, right? Because people will expect you to make more contents in the future. Like for me, like I had this example on myself that before, when I started 2 years ago, I was just making a content on YouTube every single day, right? I don't fucking care which content is it. Like I'm just gonna make this content, and I make all of the related content into a specific niche, right? And then luckily my first video just pop off. So what I did is I just continue making those content, right? And then there's a lot of people who's now watching my content into this same game, right? And then what I did is I find other games that's pretty much similar to this, right? And I also play that game because it's the bull season, right? So a lot of people are looking for some what are the new games to try, right? What are the new platforms to try? So I was just walking myself through crypto without knowing anything yet about crypto. I don't know even before how to set up a wallet address on MetaMask. And I'm so fucking scared because like I don't want to get hacked. And I think that's the first things that you need to really pass, and you really need to discover it for yourself. So in my case, I discover it to myself, like, okay, this is how you can make a MetaMask wallet. Perfect. I make a content about this one, right? How to make a MetaMask wallet, right? And of course, there's people watching it, right? And I've been using other blockchain platforms before. So what I did is I just focused on building this, I would say, following and making more content, building really good, lasting relationships with these people. Aside from making money from my side as a crypto degen, I would say. And what happens is that after 3 to 4 months, like my channel went from I think zero or three follower subscribers, because I use other account to also follow me. So like from 3 subscribers, it went out to 5,000 followers on around 2 to 3 months, and then that's the first time I receive a brand deal that they want some review to this project, right? And what happened is, of course, they paid me $100. Why not? That's just $100, and perfect. One video, right? It's very easy. You just shoot a video, one take, 5 minutes. You upload it. You just put a thumbnail. Done, right? So, and then what happens is it continues to grow and grow and grow up to the point wherein you didn't know that you've already had 300 brand deals, 500 brand deals, and you get everything for free. So like I am into the state wherein I don't need to chase people, because like I got the value, and if people wants anything from me, they should give something from me too, right? So like that's the goal when you go into content creation. So like when you're starting out, you want to actually collaborate with many people as you can. You gotta make out a lot of connections, and even in my state as well, I still make a lot of connections. I still grind myself, and to be honest, I will go to Vietnam this 2 days ago. That's why I asked Laudie to let's schedule a content creation workshop for you guys, because of course I think my time is gonna be much more busier, because it's I'm 1 week there again, and luckily you guys are here. So now let's jump into how do you make actually the content, right? So there's two things that you can do. Hold on, I have a calls right now. So there's two things that you can do. So it's either you can do like a full review on a specific platform, right? Because what happens is people will actually look for that in the future. So like in my case, I made a video before about Sweatcoin, like I would say 4 or 5 months ago. It's really crazy. I made that content before, like Sweatcoin, right? And I know a lot of people are like, you can't really make money on that. But like, I mean, the example is that I make a content about this specific game, specific app, and then after, like, few last week, there's another content creator who made a content about Sweatcoin, and like my videos just really pop off. So like people will constantly look for something, especially if they see it from somewhere else, right? So like when they watch from me, let's say they watch Axie or they watch Cryptopia for me, they're going to constantly look for more information, right? So they're not gonna stop for one video. They're gonna look for other people videos as well, because this will improve their like I would say their decision, like, oh, okay, maybe this is a good game, right? Maybe I should try it. So you as a content creator, right? What you gain as well there is you get more views, you get more followers, and you get more credibility, because oh, I found it on, let's say, Dubidap video, right? And then he just follows you, and then he forgot that he follows you already, and then he saw again that you make another content about this platform, about this game, or like how you're making this money on this game, right? And then they're gonna see it, right? They're gonna share it. Like, oh, I watched it from maybe from Laudie, right? I watched it from this one, and this is the game. So like what happens is you build your what it's called search engine optimization. You build your word of mouth, and also you build your credibility. So that's why when you're not getting a lot of views, you shouldn't stop, because like you do not know that maybe 5 or 10 months from now that video will actually pop off, right? And that's what happens with some blogs as well. And it is called evergreen content. So evergreen content is a content that will never ever going to die, right? So like when you're making a video about cryptocurrency, it is an evergreen content because it won't die, right? When bull market starts, there's gonna be more content, right? There's gonna be more games, right? But the thing here is you're already positioned. You have a foundation, right? When they search, let's say Axie, when they search about MetaMask, when they search about Cryptopia, it's gonna be the first thing that's going to pop off into the YouTube screen. So like that's what I did before, which works. And I think it will still work into the next years to come, because people will always look for content. And I think that's pretty much it for the educational side. In terms of entertainment side, what you can do is that if you're a content creator on a um, in an entertainment side, right, you need to find which people like which people has more interested in. Like for example, like, oh, there's a lot of people playing this game, right? Then why don't you just stream on this one, right? And the thing here is you actually want to get in fast because you don't want the market to be saturated. So like for me, like for example AI, right? If you made the content before on AI like ChatGPT like 3 months ago, right? Probably you're big right now. And what I did before is I made a content when the bull market starts. That's why I got big. But how about these people before, like Coin Bureau, like big influencers, like 2 million, bit boy crypto, right? Brian Armstrong, right? They've made a content like 5 or 6 years ago. 6 years ago. That's why their following are like 2 million, right? And the reason is because they didn't stop and they started early. So like the more time that you're procrastinating and you're not making content, right, other people will try to get it from you. So like for me, like for example, I started like 200K, right? And then there's another KOL that's a friend of mine. They just started like 1,000. And from 6 months ago, he's around 60K followers now, right? And I stopped making a content for like a month. And what happened is all of these algorithms that I have, all of these people that they're watching me, they go into this another guy, right? So like sometimes you gotta have a mindset of like, if you stop making content, and it's really like what you want to make a content, but other people will probably gonna get it from you, right? Other people will just do it. And let's say if you have a throne, they're gonna steal the throne from you, right? So like for me, I have a competitive mindset, but also I have like a persona of collaborating with a lot of people. But of course, like it's still, after all, it's still competition. So like when you're making a content, you really just gotta be fast. You gotta be updated. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So for making a content, let's talk about optimization, right? So I talked earlier about search engine, and I've explained to you before that it's pretty much better that you make an early content on a specific app or specific platform or specific topic, right? And in terms of hashtags, especially if you're using TikTok or YouTube, you gotta put hashtags that related on what you're talking to. So like say for example Cryptopia, right? You're gonna put GameFi, you gotta put maybe other competitors, right? You gotta put NFTs, maybe other games, right? But it still depends on how you actually do it because I do think that a lot of people has a different approach on this. But basically when you are putting hashtags on TikTok or in Facebook or in YouTube, right? You need to have a you need to put these specific parameters. Like for example, if you're talking about games, you gotta revolve all of your hashtags on this. Like for example, MetaMask, you put let's say Trust Wallet, you put Crypto Wallet, you put um Web3 wallet, you put hardware wallet, right? Because it's much more related into same topic, right? When you're talking about Binance, you talk about crypto, you talk about trading. You put trading, you put crypto, you put futures, you put perpetual, you put how the people trade, let's say I forgot this strategy like scalping or stuff. So you gotta put all in one, right? So that's pretty much one of the things that made me grow because like personally I use organic YouTube. I didn't boost, I didn't use any money to start. So like it's zero. I just use search engine hashtags and also being much more faster on making content, right? Because you're losing a view if you are not making a specific content, and if someone made the content, there's a chance that these people won't watch this content from you too, right? So like there's two things. Like people can watch another content for a specific topic just to get more information, or they won't watch it again because they've already got it. So like that's why it's very important to make a content as early as you can. So I think that's pretty much the informations that I can share. And I will like to get some questions from everyone in here, and also maybe I can help you guys. Like you can ask me like an in-depth question, and maybe I can help you. It's really like a tricky question, right? But before when I was starting, I have an open mind, right? And I do think that people will need to practice that because if you have an open mind, if you don't have an open mind, then the chances are people will actually not like you. So, like for me, I approach things with an open mind. And when I learned more about this one, right? And then after let's say 4 months or 5 months, I now choose on people that I work with because now you have a lot of followers, and like if you made a mistake on making a content regarding that one, right? Like for example, me, people will like still blame me because I made a content before on Laudie, right? But my content on Laudie is it's more food. And I just visited the office because I approached it with an open mind, right? But then this a lot of thing happened that I would say they unofficially rug pulled the people who invested there, like maybe 300 to 400K dollars, right? And like people will continue to really mock you for that, right? So like I think it's much more like when you're starting out, you can approach everything with an open mind, and when you are really learning more on this one, right? And you are learning more on which one to avoid, because you will only find it out until you actually go into there. right? You really can't get the full information unless you actually try it. So like it's also good that you find like you get another people that's going to advise you on like, oh, this is not good. But like for me, like it's still different when you are actually the one who are making a decision, right? So like for me it's much more easier that, for example, in terms of like picking a project, right? You can pick as many as you want when you're starting out, because when you're starting out, to be honest, nobody cares about you, right? So like you gotta build up your value. But then when you get bigger and bigger, right? Just make sure that you're not scamming people, right? Just making sure that one. And then when you get bigger and bigger, now you can now choose whatever projects you can associate with, because you have the value. And like you approach the mindset that if they didn't want it, then I will just wait for another thing to come. Because like I mean, for you, you gotta preserve on what you are. So I do think that even the celebrities are like doing it, right? Like when they're starting out, they're just like, oh yeah, let's do some collab, let's do some stuff like that. They even accept TF that's very low. But like for example, right now, right? Let's say Andrea Brillantes right now, right? When they approach a project, like they got paid like 100K, right? And they can now choose, right? So like you just gotta start with an open mind. When you get bigger, you learn from which things are not good. And then when you are into the state that you say that you're big, now you can choose. Now you can be much more, I would say, choosy in terms of like which people that you can work on. So yeah, I'm done speaking.
Okay, so we have another question here for you. Okay, how long does a video need to be as far as duration for optimization for content creation? Yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of YouTube before, I don't know what the hell is happening YouTube right now, but excuse me. But before, when I think YouTube is correlated on how the market it is right now. So like if it's bear market, there's no one that's going to watch your YouTube. If it's bull market, like you can expect every single content that you have that's gonna going to pop off. And like I've been there. So like that's why I can say it. So like going back to the question, in terms of YouTube, you can make, let's say, around 6 to 10 minutes, or 5 to 10 minutes on YouTube. And you can also make a YouTube Shorts, which I haven't done because like I just don't like making a YouTube Shorts. But anyway, you can also do YouTube Short, um, wherein you're just going to put, I think it's 90 seconds. So like it's going to be much more faster video. So like when you're making YouTube, it's a full video. You go on everything. And when it's YouTube Shorts, then now you can just go more into like just important details. And you can talk, you can say to people that they should watch the video fully on your YouTube channel for more information. And then for TikTok, um because I have a small story on TikTok, right? Like when I started in crypto before in TikTok, I started with zero. And I made the content about five five NFT games that you will make money. And overnight I got like 5,000 fresh 5,000 followers. So like my video got like 200K. That's one single video. And I do think that in TikTok you can spend as many as you want, but make sure that the optimization is also there. Like for example, if you're talking about crypto exchanges, right? Let's say, what are the best exchanges right now? I'm gonna give you an example. Like I'll make a content about like best exchanges that you can use right now, right? And then I list Binance, Bybit, OKX, I don't know, Mexi. right? And then I put on the optimization those hashtags as well too. So before it's getting recommended into the FYP, but now cryptocurrency content on TikTok is not working that much because they're gonna ban you for that. So like I think the best approach is like don't say anything in terms of TikTok. Let's say words like kita, like easy money, fast money, something that's going to tag you for fraud and scam. So like that's what I learned, and like that's also the something that I can share with everyone in here. So in terms of YouTube, there's no restrictions. Just don't make a gambling content because they're gonna give you a violation on that. So yeah, just going back again, YouTube 5 to 10 minutes, shorts 60 to 90 seconds, TikTok 1 to 3 minutes. To be honest, I really don't like making content on events, right? Because in terms of content creation, like you approach yourself that you are the business. So like when I go to the events, basically what I do is I met with a lot of people, I connect with a lot of people, I form with a lot of connections as much as possible. That's what I always do. So like because for example, you're content creation, right? Like there's a game, let's say, and you're pretty much interested on it, right? You gotta connect with those, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen with those connections, right? Maybe you will get like an early access, maybe you can get a better access on that one, right? So like for me, when I'm going to the events, like most people that are going there are doing business. So like if you can make a content, let's say like a fun or entertainment content into the events, but you should approach two ways on events, which is of course making your content, and number two is forming a good connections and I would say good friends with everyone because like this is what I learned like as a content creator. Like I started going to events last year. Like the first one is in Singapore. Like nobody really knows you, even though you're big in YouTube or TikTok, right? Because basically they just don't watch those videos. So like there's some people who's watching videos, but like most people that are into the events, they're not watching videos on YouTube because of course they're busy on their own life. They're busy on their own stuff as well. So like for me, I just go to event. Of course, if it's interesting content, I make a content about that one. But like the main approach that I do is I just met with a lot of people, and like the good thing here is that you can also collaborate with some content creators there because like that are some of that are that's what other creators are doing. So like in terms of gaming events, you see that there's a lot of KOLs going there, right? So that's why even in crypto events, you should also attend because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just different market, right? So yeah, I mean, that's my question. I just tried to give more information on like how what is it in my mind when I'm going to those events. So yeah.
All right, thank you so much for giving context to that. Okay, so we got 2 or 3 more questions and we can wrap it up. But the next question that we have is, what is the best social media platform to start with in creating content?
Yeah, so I think the best platform that you can start making content is of course um I mean, if people have quit Twitter account already, right? There's a lot of people that I see in Twitter that's really big. That's really like I would say has a good engagement. They have good followers, right? So Twitter is one of the good platforms, but for me, it just doesn't work. It is because like people who started earlier on Twitter are the ones really the one that's just going to be alive at this moment. So it's really hard to really grow into Twitter personally. Like I tried a lot of different stuff already. Um, I think TikTok is still the easier one because there's a repost button now. So like if you are with friends with other KOLs too, right? They can support your content. So that's number one. Number two, in terms of on TikTok content, um, it's just like TikTok has no bias in terms of like producing or like sharing these kinds of content to specific people. So like it's just more of like you just need to start early, or like you just need to make content faster than anyone else so that you can get maximum amount of of results. So TikTok is the easier one. I think Twitter will be number two for me. YouTube is number three because YouTube is really dead in terms of Web3. It's just that people don't are not interested on crypto as of the moment. So like it's really market related issues. So like you really can't do anything on YouTube that much. So like I will focus myself on TikTok. I think Facebook is still is also good. Um Especially if you're doing live, you're doing some giveaway, because of course you gotta give something to those people. So like for example, um in entertainment niche, like if you see these Axie Infinity creators before, who already died by now, right? Before, what they're doing is that they're making a content on this specific stuff, right? But they're also giving doing some giveaway. So um like when you're approaching social media platforms, you also need to think that when you're making content, what is it for them? So if it's nothing from them, right? No matter how hard you do, even though you are doing in TikTok, right? They're not gonna watch your content. So like in terms of again, number one TikTok, number two Twitter, number three YouTube. I think number three is YouTube and Facebook. So like I think it's different from everyone. So um, it's just more of like whichever works for you. So what you just need to do is like if you're good on Twitter, then just spend more time on it, right? But also explore other options, because what happens here is that what happens if your Twitter got banned, right? So like what happens to you? You don't have a backup. So that's why you need to think those options too. So when you're doing content, make sure to do at least like one content for each platforms as you can, because like when before I made like a lot of pages that has like 500K 400K, and like I shouldn't be into this crypto right now. I should be maybe millionaire, like millionaire in dollars, if that thing didn't got taken down by Facebook. So like that's the problem. Like you it's really hard to make a content nowadays, but like if you just started to like making a content on like one platform, but not really like making another content on other platform, and then that it got banned, then it's end of life for you. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, that is scary. Okay, so second to the last question for you, Crypto Addict. So are you also doing TikTok affiliates? All right. TikTok
Yeah.
affiliates.
I do TikTok affiliates. Like before, I'm not sure if you guys saw me. Like I would say 3 or 4 months ago, I'm doing TikTok shop. So what I did is like I have I have a perfume like this one. I'm gonna share it to you. So I have this perfume that I have. So like this perfume I made this. I had like a chemist on this one. So that what I did there is I do TikTok live, and what I did is, for those people that's going to buy this one, they're gonna get 50 or 100 or 200 or 500 or 1000. So it's called pasipit. So more like, if you buy this one, you get the chance to win up to 1000 pesos, right? And then sometimes, what when it worked for me, what I did now is, I give, let's say, cell phone. So before, when I did it, I'm making around 400 a day, and I'm just going live in TikTok like 1 hour for every day. And like, my other friend, his name is James, is making, I would say, 300k pesos a day. And the thing here is like, when you're doing those, I think it's a good way for you to make money. Like, especially if you're affiliate. And actually, that's a good topic to actually, like, um talk about, because when you're doing affiliate, it's more of like an evergreen content too. So like, let's say you make a TikTok channel that you're just doing a lot of reviews about stuff, about, let's say, for example, technology. You make a stuff about MacBook, and then next year you make another review for MacBook, and then next 2 years to come you make another content for MacBook or iPhone or whatever the fuck Apple is releasing, right? So like, these contents never die, and like, that's why they have an affiliate link into the comment section, or like description down below. Like, they're saying like, oh, you can get it for lesser price here on Amazon, like, if you're interested. But like, overall, they just made a review, right? So it's a good way that you can make money long term, but you gotta be committed. And in terms of deals, I think what you can look for is like, when you're getting these kind of deals as well, especially when you're starting out, you can get, let's say, sometimes you just get item for free, but like, when you get much more bigger, let's say 50k, now you can have, let's say, you need to pay me $100 first, and you send me the item. So like, that's the type of deal that you can now do. So anyway, it's a good thing to do, because like, of course, you are building your brand as someone who's doing review. Number two, you get an affiliate for those people who's checking out through your link. And number three, you get more followers. And I think that's win-win for you. Yeah.
All right, nice. And last question for the night, Crypto Addict. It is coming from Pickles again. Oh, I'm sorry, Abo. Sorry. Oh no no. Sorry. Where is it? My bad. Okay. It's coming from Pickles, and the question is, what inspires you to be a content creator, especially in Web3?
Oh, I mean, what inspires me is that when I was starting out on Web3 before, since I was just making contents for fun, and like, I just document everything that I do. Like, I got scammed on this shit, I got rug pull. Like, I lost 2k on this one, and I made money on this one, right? So like, when you're making those more contents, right, you just gotta start on feeling like you want to avoid other people to have the same experience as you. So that's why, when you're like, you need to find your purpose as well on making content. Like, you want to make sure that people don't fall into getting their account hacked. They don't fall into, people don't um invest into something that pretty much likely to rug pull, right? So you get these informations, or like, things in mind, because you have now a big following, right? And when you are getting bigger and bigger, sometimes, even though it's not your responsibility, it is your responsibility, because they followed you, right? And that's the least thing that you can do for them. And of course, the good thing here is that, of course, people will take you credit for that. Like, oh, thank you so much. Let's say CryptoAddict, that you told something about this. I was about to invest on this one, and it got rug pulled. So like, you get these testimonials, and of course, in the future, you're getting happy with that. So like that's what conspires me, because like when you want Web3 to grow, you gotta be also the ones that's going to help it grow, right? The thing here is like some of the people in the space right now are just really up for quick profits and just really trying to destroy just for money. So like the thing here is like you can't make more money if you destroy the community, right? So that's the advocacy for me. Like money is just gonna come very soon. Like to be honest, there's a million ways to make money, right? But like what conspires me is of course like helping people, like especially if it's their hard-earned money, right? So not to invest on too much, and also not to make, let's say, a harsh decisions that's going to really cost them a lot. So I'm sure that 70-80% of the people right now who's been trying crypto before bull market are scared in crypto, right? And like the only thing that me and other people that can do for them to get back into the crypto one and make it much more bigger is to really educate them more and really try to give them more information and how how these things not going to be repeated again. So that's what conspires me. So yeah, I'm done speaking, guys.
All right, thank you so much. And again, please, CryptoAddict, if you have time, please visit our event chat. Guys, please show CryptoAddict your love. Send him your hearts, your cheers, and all of that good stuff. Thank CryptoAddict again. Thank you so much for being on our Discord community and sharing your knowledge with us. It is really big for us. We can't really put it into words per se how grateful we are with you sharing all of this tonight. So we bid you farewell. Thank you so much, Crypto Addict, and we hope to see you more in our community, and hopefully we can. Malis. Well, that's it, guys.
Like leave the stage now.
But anyways, thank you so much for being here, and more power to you, Crypto Addict. Please give him a follow, a like, and subscribe in all of his channels, guys. Moderators, please send down the links in our event chat. So thank you so much, Crypto Addict, and to everyone else who is here. Thank you so much for being here and learning from the best.
Bye bye, guys.
Thank you so much, Crypto Addict. Bye bye, guys. See you in chat. Bye bye. Thank you so much.